Delicious meets nutritious in the snack that packs a real protein punch. Wonderful Pistachios. Each 1-ounce serving of Wonderful Pistachios has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value and making Wonderful Pistachios one of the highest protein nuts. But perhaps more than that, I love all of the flavors they have. Their sea salt and vinegar ones are my favorite when I'm craving that flavor but want to keep it healthy. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Wonderful Pistachios come in a variety of flavors, like chili roasted, honey roasted, smoky barbecue, and jalapeno lime, perfect for enjoying with family and friends or taking them with you on the go. Whether you're a pistachio purist who loves cracking open every nut, or you prefer the convenience of no-shells pistachios, Wonderful Pistachios has got you covered. Grab Wonderful Pistachios and elevate your snacking game today. So fill up with a healthy snack when hunger strikes. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. That's wonderfulpistachios.com. This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2578. Walking for Weight Loss? How to Lose Weight with Walking, Seriously. Part 1 by Deen of jcdfitness.com. And I'm your host and personal narrator, Dr. Neil. Hey there, happy middle of the week Wednesday, and welcome to another edition of Optimal Health Daily, where I read some of the best blogs covering health and fitness, just like an audiobook, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. Now, since today is Wednesday, I like to share an inspirational quote with you. That's because for some of us, Wednesday represents the middle of the week, and we may need that little extra motivation to get through the next couple of days. So with that, here's today's inspiration. Quote, "Make each day your masterpiece." John Wooden. Now, today's post is a bit longer than what I typically narrate, so I'll read the first half today and then finish up the rest for you tomorrow. So with that, let's get right to part 1 as we optimize your life. Walking for Weight Loss? How to Lose Weight with Walking, Seriously. Part 1 by Deen of jcdfitness.com. Walking is one of the easiest forms of exercise to implement into your daily life, and it comes with almost zero negative effects. We'll touch on that in a second. But walking for weight loss? What if you could simply lose weight by doing nothing but adding some regular walking to your week? If it sounds too good to be true, have no worries, because walking is the most underrated form of exercise, and you're going to learn exactly why. Quickly, here are a few benefits of regular walking. It burns calories. It's an easy form of exercise. It gets you outdoors. It improves recovery from hard workouts. It helps you relieve stress. And it improves mobility in the hips. How does walking help you lose weight? In short, walking burns calories. And at the end of the day, weight loss is all about burning more calories than you consume. Walking, on average, can burn around 100 calories per mile. It will be slightly more if you run, but not by much. I prefer walking over running, and we'll get to why in a bit. Your individual calorie burn will be dependent on many factors, so keep in mind the average. Also keep in mind that walking alone is not the key to weight loss because you can walk all day long while consuming very energy-dense foods, and you won't end up losing weight. However, walking can be an amazing addition to your weight loss plan, because while it's a very low-impact activity, the calorie burn adds up over time. In fact, it's the main type of cardio I recommend to my personal coaching clients, as well as what I recommend in my fitness programs for 2 reasons. 1, it encourages recovery, improving blood flow to the entire body, and 2, walking is a low-intensity activity, so it doesn't cut into recovery that's required for weight training. Often, I met with a little bit of pushback because walking is not as intense as long jogging, sprinting, or biking, and that's kind of the point. Certain forms of cardio, such as long-distance running and sprinting, are what we call high-impact activities, meaning they can be very hard on your joints and muscles. As a result, these activities take longer to recover from than walking alone. If you've ever gone on a long run or decided to sprint up some stairs, you've probably felt sore in the days following, similar to how you might feel after a hard weight training workout. And when your main goal is weight loss, the process comes down to the following principles. maintaining a caloric deficit, being able to recover adequately from your exercise of choice, and this is the big one, being consistent over time. Why walking works for weight loss. The body has two energy systems: stored glycogen, reserved for intense activities like weight training, sprinting, biking, and so on, and body fat, reserved for low-intensity activities. Pretty much everything outside of intense exercise would fall in this category. Did you know that you're burning body fat right now while you sit here listening to this article? Your body is constantly burning fat for energy. The only time it's not is right after a meal and during intense exercise. Regular walking pretty much burns mostly fat, similar to how you would burn fat for energy while resting. The only difference is walking burns more energy over a given time period than sitting still. When you couple regular walking with a caloric deficit, you'll burn fat more quickly than dieting alone. And better yet, when you combine weight training 2 to 4 times per week with your regular walking, you turn into a fat-burning machine. And the best part is this type of weight loss plan requires no long runs, no hard sprinting routines, and almost zero risks of getting overuse injuries or joint problems from all the high impact that running on hard surfaces creates. Not only will walking help you lose weight, it can be incredibly beneficial for your overall well-being. I tend to walk around 30 to 60 minutes each day, and I have a ton of notes on my phone from all the ideas that tend to come to me while walking. As a result of my research for this article, I found some interesting health benefits that come from walking, all backed by scientific research, although we don't need studies to know that walking is good for us. Random health benefits of walking. 1. Walking boosts creative thinking. Quote, "All truly great thoughts are conceived by walking." Nietzsche. If you've ever gone on a walk, especially a lonesome stroll, you're likely to remember having come up with great ideas, or maybe you just had a good think about something that's been weighing on you heavily. It may come as no surprise to you, it did to me, but walking has been scientifically studied and shown to give a boost to creative thinking. There's an interesting body-mind connection, and it seems for us to do our best thinking, it's best we be moving. Not even just walking, but any type of movement can be good for getting the brain going. 2. Walking has been shown to lower blood pressure. One study showed that 30 minutes of walking lowered blood pressure in postmenopausal women. If you're not a postmenopausal woman, no worries. You're a human just like them. 3. Walking could boost mood and energy. At California State University, Long Beach, they conducted a case study by giving students a pedometer to wear from the time they woke up to the time they went to bed. At the end of the day, before recording their steps, they'd fill out a self-assessment for the entire day, recording their feelings about self-esteem, happiness, overall mood, depression, energy, and tension. Over the 20-day period of the study, the students averaged around 9,000 steps per day. When students got more steps in, they tended to record higher than normal ratings for their health, mood, energy, happiness, and self-esteem. They even felt their diet was more nutritious when they walked more. 4. Moving more equals better mobility and function overall. At the end of the day, our bodies have evolved for consistent movement. A quick way to prove this easily to yourself is to spend an entire 24 hours in bed. Not only will you begin to get achy and restless, but you'll notice that you become stiff after too much time in one position. The same can be said for long periods of sitting or standing and any other form of being sedentary. Our bodies were not designed by nature to sit still for very long. The more you move your body through various planes of motion, the better you maintain the full range of motion and mobility to move freely. When you restrict movement, you will eventually limit your mobility and overall function. 5. Hear that on tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled, "Walking for Weight Loss? How to Lose Weight with Walking, Seriously," by Deen of jcdfitness.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster, and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. I want to go back to something today's author, JC, said. JC said that walking is the main type of cardio he recommends to his personal coaching clients. And in fact, research supports this idea. Multiple studies have found that when we're just starting a workout program, the best thing to do is start with low-intensity exercises and to do these exercises almost every day. So let's translate this. This means that researchers have found that walking, even for 5 minutes at a time, most days, is one of the best ways to start getting in shape. Why? Well, for the same reasons JC mentioned in today's article. Walking burns calories, and the intensity is low enough that we won't feel super tired the next day, which means we'll keep doing it. So it helps us burn calories consistently, which is what's needed for weight loss. Now, let me stop right there, because we're going to finish up the rest of this post tomorrow. So that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for listening. And again, I'll be back to finish up the rest of this post tomorrow. So I'll see you there where your optimal life awaits.